Hello everyone. So as we were discussing the leftover topics from the previous chapters which we have completed, so there's another concept that is called as PCA analysis. PCA analysis in the fourth chapter, that is market risk. So in market risk there was one small topic, that is PCA analysis. So we'll discuss that today. So first of all, meaning, what is this PCA? PCA stands for principal component analysis. So here this concept is useful where we are doing some kind of research. So researchers, they are, for their purpose of conducting the research, they need data. So data collection is the most important step in the research. So on dissertation you can say, or you can say the project. So if the researcher wants to conclude something, they must have a database, that is collection of the data relevant to their study. So here in the process of collecting the various data, we will collect many types of related information, so which suits to our study. So whichever our topic which we have taken, for example, if a person is studying about GST, so if a person he is studying about GST, so GST is a very wide concept, wide subject we can say. So his topic in GST is only about like studying the retail, how the retailers have affected with the introduction of the GST. Now what this person will do at the beginning of the stage, he will collect all information relating to GST in retail he want, but he will collect every information, like how the GST is playing a role in the wholesale sector, in service sector, in other kinds, how GST is affected to other area of the people. So everything information that he has collected, and in this process he will save the data which is already saved. That means here duplication will also happen. As he is not aware about what information he has already gathered, he will collect the same information once again. So now what will happen in the database, the same information will be saved double times, that is the copy, that is called as redundancy. So now in order to reduce the data in a meaningful manner, this technique is used. So this is a mathematical technique. Here they will use some formulas to make the data relevant, useful for the study. So here transfers, with the help of the formula, this technique transfers a number of correlated variables. So number of correlated, so here GST, wholesale and retail sector, service sector, so they are related to each other. So this is the correlated variables. So what this technique will do, it will transfer the correlated variables into number of uncorrelated variables. Like the person study specifically is only for the retail sector, GST's effect on retail sector. So now this technique will help that person to make separate information database for the retail subject only. So that is uncorrelated. So it will make separate database for wholesale, for retail, for service. So here they are making from the correlated. First of all it was together. So wholesale, service and retail, it was together, it was correlated. Now they are making it uncorrelated, they are making it separated. So that is called as principal component. So it is a kind of reducing the data. Whatever the data we need, the meaningful from the database, we are just gathering the meaningful and the needed data for the study. That is called as principal component analysis. So what is the objective, why we are doing? So we are doing this because to reduce the dimensionality of the data. Dimensionality means features we can say. So discover or to reduce the data. So discover means so knowing what kind of data we need, what kind of dimension, that is features of data we need. So reducing the large data into the small data which is meaningful for us, which is useful for the study, and to identify new meaningful underlying variables. So in a large database at a time, if we want something at a time, we cannot find it. So only we are doing here, we are identifying the new underlying variables which can help us in the study, in the research. So here just reducing the large database into the small database, which is helpful for the study. Next, it was a very small topic. So conclusion, what is the conclusion we have learned? So what is this PCA means? PCA, principal component analysis. It is a variable reduction procedure. So we are reducing the data, large data into the small data. That is useful when you obtain the data on a number of variables and believe that there is some redundancy. Redundancy means copy. So same data if you have gathered again and again, and there is a repeated data which is saved in the database, to order to reduce that, we will use the PCA analysis. So that's it about this topic. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in your group. And also so the students who have done the seminar, I'm well impressed that they have done in a good way. So even if you want those topics to be repeated, means you can ask me in your group. So okay, thank you.